Why is it important to stay organized as a fisherman? We're going to talk about that.
Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Fish Talk.
Good morning, Mug Club. Cheers. Don't that taste dandy? I love me some black coffee on a Friday morning. Heck, I love it on a Monday morning or a Tuesday. All days require coffee. I've got 5 minutes on this timer here, and you know what that means. Boop! It's time to get real. We are talking about organization. Look how organized I am. I have fishing lures everywhere. Okay, I'm not very organized, but here's the thing. Thanks and shout out to Micah Spilker, who actually recommended this topic on Facebook. I 100% agree with him. This is super important, and that is why it is one of my #1 priorities for this winter, is to really tidy things up, get organized, and that way next season, as I start getting back into the whole kayak fishing game, I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, so why is this so dang important? Well, let's think about it this way. It's pretty simple, right? If you have an organized system, then you are going to allow yourself to spend less time digging for fishing lures and more time casting your fishing lures, giving you a chance at, you guessed it, more fish, bigger fish, so on and so forth. Now, you probably think, well, I'm a leisure fisherman, I don't really care that much, but if you ever think about, people that are in tournaments and stuff like that, which I have a little bit of a background in, this was so important, and now that's why I think about it differently. I'm working over 40 hours a week, and yet I only have I only have so much time to fish. I want to make sure that when I'm fishing, I have my best chances of catching a big fish as possible. And so that's why tackle organization is important, and I actually personally need to pay it more mind. Now, okay, you get why it's important, but let's talk about my system so that way you can kind of understand what I like to do, and then maybe you can formulate your own system. My system is I basically bought one of those plastic shelves, the real cheap tubes with the plastic shelves at Wally, and it was like 20 bucks or whatever, but then I put that in a corner, and then I've got all my 3700 series Plano or whatever tackle boxes, and I put all my lures in there. So I've got a spinnerbait box, I got a buzzbait, I've got a topwater box, I've got a jerkbait box, I've got shallow, medium, deep crankbait boxes, jig boxes, the list goes on and on and on here, right? I'm basically sorting by lure type. Now, if you don't have that much gear, you won't need that complex of a system. You have to understand that I've been fishing for a long time and I've accumulated a ton of fishing lures. Do I need that much? Probably not, and that's why I'm giving some away here at 3,000 subscribers. Anyways, the thing is that allows me to know exactly where my fishing lures are, so that way when I go take out my kayak, which you've seen my organization video for that, I can take lures out, put lures in, and I know exactly where they're going to be. Now, that works for me. And like I said, depending on how much gear you have, depending on what your needs are as a fisherman, you can organize in a different way. And that's why I would recommend that you actually choose a system that fits your style best and maximizes fishing time for you. So that way when you're not working and you're out there on the water and you're trying to, hook into a giant, you're spending more time doing that rather than digging around and looking for something. I do want to give one quick example of a great system that's actually helped me recently, and I know, you've seen me use it before, but this Z-Man double wide binders, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail here, but for me using so many Ned rigs, that's been one that's helped me. It might help you, it might not, but for me with all the gear that I have, this is a quick system that I can quickly sort through and pick a plastic or two that I'm trying to use. Now, I know I didn't go for 5 minutes, but quite clearly you can see the importance of this, and I need to save some time and get into my garage and start organizing, so that's what I'm going to do. Thank you so very much for watching. Hey, I would love it if you have another recommendation for a video, so drop a comment below if you do. Otherwise, you know what I'm going to say next, right? Have yourself a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch you next time.